Vigorous pain that you about to feel shortly. Cats I kill softly as blood spills off me. Get more bucks than Milwaukee, keep it real for me. I know you vision in a spot at the light. Took a swing at the guard, know you got was a strike. All your haters in the game, you could block if you like. But you couldn't see the king with a binocular mic.
Device. Alright. Wow, that was a pain in the ass. I was having a good old chat with myself then. Did anybody catch what I was trying to say? Someone drop a comment and see if you actually can figure out what I was saying when I had no sound, when I was showing my phone on the screen. Oh, you guys are talking about people shooting people. So, I was actually saying, G-Snap just left a comment saying time to get the label maker out again. Definitely a very good point. I should label all my tanks, but I don't know. I should at least label. I've got a list of my fish, right? But I should do a spreadsheet. I'm a spreadsheet pro now that I'm in the office. And have the tank number and then what fish are in it. And then just, instead of labeling the tanks the name of the fish, I can label the tanks 1 to whatever, and then the spreadsheet shows what fish, and then I can just screenshot the spreadsheet and like have a cutout of it. I learned, has anybody seen the snip tool on Google, on Windows? I learned that last week. So I put a new screen protector on my phone, and the camera doesn't pick it up like human eye, but come on, see that dot? Well, that dot when you're using the phone is really obvious, and see the dot? It's like a little dot for the fingerprint scanner, but I don't even use the fingerprint scanner. So I was really proud. Like, it's the best screen protector I've ever put on. I used a new idea. So normally when I put the screen protector on, I get that little dabby sticker, and I'm like dab, 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 dab over the whole thing. This time, instead of dabbing the whole thing, I like sighted it with my eye and like dabbed the dots that I could see, and I got zero dirt underneath. I did it perfect. And it's the first one I've ever done perfect. And now I'm pissed off that it looks ugly because of that dot, and I'm going to have to try order another one. I've emailed the company. Yeah, so g'day Anonymous, g'day Craig, g'day SE Aquatics, g'day Pete, g'day Steve. Enjoy the post stream. G'day to everyone watching the post stream, obviously. Just music and no sound. Hey John, so like you're saying I must be deaf. Does that mean you can hear music but you can't hear humans speaking? That's more just ignorance. I'm not following along with the news story that you're talking about, John. I actually don't follow any news. It's kind of bad, but I don't know. Do you reckon it's bad to not follow any news at all? Or do you reckon it's good? Like, ignorance is bliss in what's happening in the world, I reckon. When am I going to get a real phone? This has been a hot topic in one of the group chats I'm in. Like, there's iPhone users and Samsung users. And we pretty much came to the conclusion that they're identical. The Samsung seem to have an extremely slightly better camera, but it comes down to which user interface you prefer as a person. because the cameras are that similar that the slight little difference isn't even worth worrying about. But yeah, that's enough about phones. It is, I honestly, so like S10 Plus, S22, I can't tell the difference. I don't even notice it, like, I can't even tell it like being faster. The only difference I've noticed is like a slightly sharper screen and a longer battery life, and that's because the new phone is new battery. The only reason I wonder if this will turn on. The only reason I actually got a new phone is because this phone, the screen started to go black. But this lasted me 3 years, which is good. So like, I used to be a new phone junkie. I used to have, it was Telstra, called like Telstra New Phone Feeling, and you could actually trade your phone in every 12 months and get every single generation of new phone. But I actually stopped doing it. See the bottom corner? I actually stopped doing it because it was quite expensive, and the phones weren't any different. And especially, so I had the S10, and then they released the S21, and it was like the start of COVID, and they actually put like a smaller processor in it, and the S21 was the S20, I think it was. Oh, I skipped the S20, and then the S21 was so close to the S10 still. And even now, like the S22, it's really not much different at all. Pete's an iPhone dude. I think we'll get a 50-50 split in the chat about which phone's which. I'm not saying it's a bad phone, I'm just saying they don't change anymore. I never had the 9, I had the 8. I had the standard 8, and then I got the 10, and then the 10 I broke it or something, and then I sent it back under insurance, and I got the 10 Plus because they had none of the 10s in stock to switch it over. And I kind of hate that happened because it switched me to the Plus, and once you go Plus you can't go back. Nice framing of Green Pet Central in the phone there. Oh, do you mean like on your phone it's in a good position? It was actually meant to be like, it was there, so it's on the black couch, but then I moved the camera and it adjusted it into a spot which wasn't as good. It kind of seems like the camera's not focusing properly, or is it like, the camera's got this thing called like face focus, and you'll see like my face is clear, but it's on that side. The logo on my shirt is like a little bit blurry. You've got to like change the settings. Oh. What's the whole story there, Pete, with keeping the happiness? Is that, do you mean like you'll use iPhone because that's what she likes? So yeah, my missus was iPhone, and then I talked her out of the iPhone and she got like a Nokia, and Nokias aren't what they used to be. And then after that I finally convinced her to get Samsung. But like my missus has still got the S10 standard, and there's nothing wrong with it, like it works fine. And she's like on the fence about getting a new phone just because like there's no change to the phone, so what's the point? I mean, like, do you remember, like, showing my age a bit here, but like I remember having a phone and it was black and white, and then it was so exciting to get a phone with a color screen. It was like the shittest color screen you've ever got. I had that phone. It was a Nokia, and it was like clear, and you could like put bit paper behind the clear, like around the buttons. You guys might know the one. I don't know if it had a camera or not, but if it did, it was like the shittest camera you've ever seen. Made my mind up on the goldfish tank. No, I haven't. I don't know what to do. Worst case scenario, well, not worst case, but I've thought about throwing a flower horn in there. Have like an actual... I've never had a pet flower horn. I say Richard's a pet, but I've ended up breeding him. But then like, I mean like a pet that's in the house. Oh, Charles was in the house for like a month or two, I think, but not long. Dropped 2 laptops in a tank. That's insane, Craig. My condolences for your electronics. How did that happen? Was it like... I've had like a lid slip off as I've gone to put my camera down, and the camera's got like fallen half in. And like this camera is not a cheap camera. I don't know how I haven't broke it, to be honest. I shouldn't say that. Touch wood. Touch wood. Oh, Jackson, welcome to the members. I feel like Jackson's been in the members before, but maybe come back? I'm not sure. We all know what my brain's like. I accidentally called Collaboration of Curiosities a he in the video the other day. I think that's like the 3rd time I've been corrected. Oh, I think because like 99% of... I think... Yeah, 99.9% of my viewership is male, and like I just forget that there's a couple of ladies that watch. I don't mean to be insulting, I just it slips my mind. I really shouldn't be a YouTuber, considering how often I like put my foot in my mouth and don't actually think about the words coming out. But I'm sure you guys get a laugh out of that. Oh, yeah, I thought so. Lost your card and forgot to update YouTube. So I've been thinking about switching banks, but I just can't be bothered trying to deal with reprogramming all my things. Well, actually, there's not a heap of things now that I think about it. But anyway, you know, like changing bank, you just can't be effed. Trying to get a filter out and it fell in the gap. I think there would have been a lot of drowned laptops last week, so on the... Well, not a silver lining, but like, what's the thing? Like, you're not the only one that lost a laptop last week. Man, I watched I watched a YouTube, his name's Fink and Co, Luke Fink, watching them try and pull like S chassis out of the floodwaters. It was pretty sad. Best laptop is the one that's a fish tank decoration. That's not a bad idea, guys. You'd have to pull all the electronics out, and then how could you make it look like it's still got a screen? But you could leave the buttons in and just take the board out from underneath. You'd have to leave the buttons on, and then you would have to take the screen out and put, I don't know, like a bit of black perspex in there or something. Yeah, Pete. So like phones have kind of made laptops redundant. That's also like we've got a couple of tablets, and the tablets even seem pretty redundant with like the resolutions that the phones have now. I don't know. We have a tablet, but it doesn't really get used that much. What's a good laptop? I don't know about current, but Toshiba was always one to go for back in the day. The thing with computers is like, I was right into them in like 2000 and maybe 2008 to 2012, and then like I didn't have a computer at all for a while, and then so like I'm only recently back into them, so my knowledge is very dated. G'day Nathan, how are you? Oh, a screen, so clear perspex in the laptop with a picture in it. Yeah, so actually we've got an old laptop somewhere, and the last time I used it was to stream on YouTube. Yeah, so like the only reason I'd have a laptop now is to game, and you really can't compete like PC versus laptop, and especially the second-hand parts market. PC parts much more available than laptop parts second-hand. What's happening with people's fish? Let's talk about fish. Anybody interesting? Anybody have any interesting fish stuff for the week? I got a headphone in. I was going to check the volumes, but I'm sure you guys would tell me if that was shit. Where's my stream? There we go. Look, I can watch myself. Oh wow, the music's so quiet. The chat on my phone is faster than the chat on the computer. Now the music's too loud, I think. Is that volume of the music getting louder and quieter when I talk? I gotta turn that off. I'm not gonna be able to talk to you guys while I'm listening to myself. I feel like the volume halfway between where it was and where I've got it now. Out there, I reckon. Setting up a new tank. Doing a dark start on it. Dark start. Aquarium. Dark start. I don't know what that is, guys. What is the dark start method? Dark start is kind of cycling method. I feel like I need to... No, that's not explaining that. Let me read the comments then. Add a hardscape, fill the tank, add bacteria, use ammonia from the soil to start. Oh yeah, so like ADA soil's got heaps of ammonia. No lights during cycle time, let it cycle. Huge 90% water change once cycled. Plant and turn on lights, cycle should be complete. Oh yeah, so it's pretty much just cycling the tank before adding plants, and in doing so I feel like you won't get the you won't get the algae. So like if you planted the tank and then cycled it, you'll get an algae bloom. But if the tank's dark and you cycle it, you won't get the algae bloom. So if you've got the patience, I definitely see the benefits from doing that. Is shipping still ridiculous price to over east for fish? I'm guessing so. Last time I sent a box, it was like $190 for one fish. Oh, Jackson's buying 40 odd tanks. Are they 1.5 high and 2 foot deep? That sounds like a wicked deal. I'd love to just have one size tank, or like two, have like an adult size and a juvenile size, but 3 bears have passed in the last 2 weeks. They were very old and lived long lives. That's not good, G-Snap, but I'm glad that they lived long lives. Sometimes you've got to think about what life they had instead of what life they don't have anymore. Oh, nice, some plecos. 134 pleco. I'm not sure which ones they are, but usually plecos are not cheap. Sometimes, like, when you lose fish like bedders, and like you lose them in a row, you think there's got to be a coincidence, but like when you haven't transferred a net, you haven't reduced any water changes, like you haven't changed a single thing, sometimes it's hard to believe that it's just a coincidence. Hey, it's like, what's airborne that could have caused it? Oh, Anonymous thinking about getting some shell dwellers. Shell dwellers are cool to watch. They're just small to watch, obviously not huge fish. Yeah, so my thought was correct. Jackson says you skip the algae stage with a dark cycle. Got a little rack for 150. I love a good rack. G'day Collaboration, how are you? No worries for the video. Hey, the only thing I will say about getting 40 odd tanks, don't necessarily set them up at once. If you set 40 tanks, I can't remember what number you said, but if you set too many tanks up at once and then the power bill comes in, it can be disheartening. Generally, the way I did it is, like, at the start I grew small and the power bill slowly crept up, and then I would think of ways to try and reduce it. I would get the power bill back down and then it would slowly creep up again, and so on and so forth. And now I'm at that creep up stage and I'm trying to think of ways to bring it back down again. G'day Only Oscar, welcome. Only Oscars, welcome to the channel. I'm guessing that your favourite fish is an Oscar. Ten kilowatt solar already waiting. That's good. On the plus side, get to go better fish shopping. Can I ask how old they are? Do you mind? You say they're old. I'm interested to know how long they live. G'day Nathan, how are you? How you been? I hope you've been well. I haven't caught a video of yours for a while. Oh, thanks, Nath. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, guys. I'm going riding tomorrow, so I don't know. What do you guys reckon? Another riding video, or I might have the day off. I reckon actually. I don't want to swamp the channel with riding videos, but also I've got a big day, a really big day tomorrow. I've got to get the cars off the hoist when I get back from riding because I need to do some work on my sister's car, and then that's Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday I've got to do some work on our car, so it's going to be a busy weekend. Flat out, man, redoing your kitchen. I don't build kitchens anymore, I just draw them. Actually, my work doesn't actually do many kitchens. But I do I've drawn 2 kitchens, but more kitchenettes, like commercial stuff. G-Snap votes yes for a riding video. So the riding videos, what I find is they get less views, but they get a bigger audience retention. So it means like the people that do watch it must enjoy the video more, or really enjoy the video, but less people watch it. I do pay a little bit of attention to that when I post the riding ones, because if there's low retention, I won't post them again. But the fact that they get good viewership or good watch minutes, it's like, oh, that's why I keep posting them. So I'm guessing you ripped the whole kitchen out in like 2 hours, but then you spent 4 hours waiting for a plumber. That's usually how it goes. Oh, house got flooded. Whereabouts are you located, Jackson? You've probably told me before, but my brain doesn't remember these things. All I remember is most of the people in this chat are not in WA. Oh, Nathan, you'll be right. What sort of kitchen are you doing? Are you doing like a kit kitchen? Kitchens are easy, man. It's only like the architect drawn shit that gets difficult. New South Wales. G'day, g'day Anonymous. See you later, Anonymous. Yeah, you have a good week too. Oh, Ryan's in the house. I haven't seen you in the live stream for quite the time. Look, there's the logo, and he's in the chat. Right now, Korean Pet Central is sitting on my couch. Had to warm up this Arvo till the mozzies come out. I think, oh yeah, look, see, Craig messaged me that he was riding. Look. His young fella must have been recording. He's not, he failed on the zoom a little bit. Ready, zoom in. Oh, we missed him. Oh, Ryan works Fridays. Just... Oh wow, a sea container sitting on top of a house. I saw... What did I see? It was like something hanging from the power lines. I can't remember if it was like a quad bike or something. A photo. Did you see this? I think we talked about in this last week's live stream. But did you see the Macca's sign underwater and then read the comments and like everybody saying that the photo's fake? We should have a moment's silence to consider all the fish that were lost in the floods. I said a moment, not a minute, but yeah, it is sad, isn't it? Like that same guy, Luke Fink, he owns a drift track, and they were cleaning up the track, and there was like carp and goldfish and I don't know what the other fish he picked up was, all on the track, like flapping around. So like the water had come up, they had gone in the track, and then they couldn't get out. Yeah, Nathan says quad bike on a power pole. I thought it was a quad bike. Kitchen is more updated version of what it used to be. It's so dumb. Like, I'm a cabinet maker and I don't have... My kitchen is 30 something years old. $1,700 for a kitchen, that's crazy cheap. Just to put that into perspective, the kitchens I do at my work range from like, not kitchenettes, like actual kitchens, range from maybe $15,000 anywhere up to like $80,000. No, like, we've done houses, just a house, so like kitchen, bathrooms, laundry, like study and like TV cabinets and all that. We've done houses like over $300 in cabinetry, $300,000 just in cabinetry in a house. Not even like commercial, just in a house. It's crazy. 15 meter flood water, that's not fake. Yeah, no shit. I had a pond of guppies swimming in my fish room. That's not good, that's not good. On the bright side of it, you could probably get a net out and catch some new fish for yourself. Nathan's house was built in 1964. That's got a few K's on it, hasn't it? The interesting thing about my new job is like, I can see all the quotes now, and like, it blows my mind how expensive the shit is we build. What about fuel prices, guys? I've got something really important to talk about, actually. Is there more doors or wheels in the world? Doors or wheels? I've got my own personal opinion, but I want to see what the comments say before I voice my opinion. Oh, this is a bit more of a loungy live stream. I'm kicking back. I need like a foot pad. I've got the pedals on the floor, but they take up a heap of my foot space. And I sit there with my feet like half on the pedals, but I feel bad that I'm like ruining the pedals, just holding them down. I actually wonder like how bad the floods are for like the introduction of feral species. I feel like people see floods on the TV, and us as fish keepers, that's like one of the main questions on our mind. What the fish are doing. SE $2.20 per litre. I paid $1.95 for diesel this morning. Jackson says doors. Yeah, but what about all the wheels on Lego? And the Lego doesn't have doors? Or like Hot Wheels cars? They don't have active doors, but they've got wheels. Let's do a fish one. Let me think. This one, I feel like I've got a pretty strong... I think I know which one would win. What's there more of in the world? Electric blue cichlids or electric yellow cichlids? I feel like that one's easy, but... Who can think of like a close comparison fish that you couldn't actually... that you yourself couldn't decide which there's more of? $3.10. $2.10 for non-premium. It's getting out of control. Spare tires, yeah, nobody thought of the spare tires. Skyscrapers have thousands of doors. The dog's dying. Why can't you guys see the dog? Jack, move over. Go over there. No, the other way. You can see his tail. There he is. He's on his bed. Go on your bed. Good boy. If I sit where I'm supposed to sit, you guys. There we go. The dog is in the stream. What's the time? 5:41. I gotta go out to dinner again, guys. 2 weeks in a row. I think the cheapest I ever paid for fuel was like 98 cents. I don't know why 98 specifically. In the 90s anyway. But it had already hit $1 before and then come back down a bit. So I think when I got my license, it was like the extreme weeks were like just over $1 and like the average was like just below $1. Oh, Nathan says blue, electric blues. I reckon in WA, I reckon I've seen way more electric yellows than blues. I thought it was going to be a walk in the park for the yellows, but that's the thing. You only know like your local area, I guess. Collaboration says blue too. Yeah, Nathan's going to get back into uploading once the house renos are finished. It's hard to upload sometimes. Life does get in the way. That's kind of why I like try and make my channel like a personal vlog as well, because sometimes life gets in the way and I like to bring you guys for the journey. Rather watch paint dry. Oh no. SE says yellow's here. Ah, so Nathan thinks maybe the demand for the yellows is more, but there's more blues. I think whenever I've seen electric blues for sale, but it's been like in the hundreds. But like, I definitely... Oh, Blake's late. That's just not good enough, mate. You might as well just leave now. No, I'm joking. Family life, mate. You got to take care of the kids, I'm guessing. I finally caught your live stream yesterday. But then it was time to put the young fella to bed, so I had to jump. I don't know what the dog's looking at. Jackson's got a fish tank full of blues. I haven't seen good blues for a while. I would probably switch out my Code Blue Lunacara for a good electric blue if I could get them, if I saw them. But like, there's like different electric blues, eh? Or like, what's... Yeah. What's it called? Like Frieri? Like the true electric blues? But then there's like... I don't know if they're still around. In Australia there was like these... like hybrid electric blue cross like a Lunacara, and then like you could see they weren't a true electric blue. They were getting around for ages. They were getting around when I was first in the hobby, so like these hybrids, I actually thought they were like the true electric blue, and then when I saw real electric blues, I thought they were wrong, and it was actually like the ones that I had seen to be the real ones were the wrong ones. How's the house going, Blake? I hope it's going well. I'm guessing you're getting to the stage where you are settled in and everything's the way you want it. Yeah, so your electric blue's got like a nice solid white crest with a good contrast. Jackson? Oscar says that, oh my god, you're paying $8 a gallon. Yeah, from what I can gather, I think you guys are paying like $6 a gallon, which works. I did do the math last night actually. The fuel prices, you've got to like convert the gallons to litres, and then you've also got to convert the US dollar to Aussie dollar. I can't remember what it worked out to be. What heater would I recommend on the 100 gallon? Uh, 450 litres. I would just get let's go. If I transition this, oh, you guys know how I always forget. Oh, that's not even the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. Alright, transition. Welcome to my internet. Let's go to eBay. And I'll show you. Because I can't send you a link because it'll be in from Australia maybe, but you guys, most of you probably know where this is going. Yeah, so this right here. So, oh, it says out of stock, but this is the one I like featured on the channel the other day. So that's it there. It's that. There's a few different models of the Inkbird. It doesn't really matter which one you get, but with the 2 submersible heaters, that'll be perfect for a 100-gallon. That's 300 watts. I mean 600 watts. It won't be overworking. They're also not glass, they're stainless steel. So if you can find that same setup but in your local eBay, that's the go. I'll leave that up for a minute if you want to like write that down. I've recommended this to a few people and no one that I know has had issues with it. It's actually that cheap that when I originally was talking about it, the plan was to buy it and mainly buy it for the controller, and then if the heaters lasted, they lasted, but I could always bin the heaters, and like it's still that cheap that even if I had to buy better heaters, but the heaters ended up being good. I think, who's got them? Chevy's got them. Chevy's not in the chat tonight, but yeah, I think Chevy was the first one to get them. I like said it on a stream like kind of jokingly, and then I said I think that it's a good idea, and turns out it was a good idea. I shouldn't really endorse products I've never used before, but sometimes we do silly things. If you Google what my Alpha looks like, black lines and yellow egg dots. So you mean Google, like, I should be getting better at typing considering I use a computer all day. See how like they've got to have that shape. See, like a lot of them have that peacock shape. See, that says electric blue. That's a Lunacara. It's not even the right fish. Like, see, that guy, this photo is too dark. It's a shit photo, but that's like the perfect shape in my opinion. That one there. See the shape on it? I don't know, but that one's a bit... It's probably just the photo. Sometimes the camera can show colours that you can't see with the human eye. There's actually not many good photos here. one's nice. That didn't change then. I changed that, but it's all the same photos that were just here. That one looks nice. They've got, I think, like that real slender shape. That looks like a wild caught photo almost. I thought there might be a bit of information here. Oh, that's not wild caught, it's just the guy's got some nice natural looking gravel. You see what I mean by like it? Electric blue is definitely one of those fish that there's a lot of shitty fish out there. Look at that guy, that guy looks like a ripper. The tones in the photo are wrong, but it's a nice fish overall. Sometimes, like, I feel like it's a little bit of an art to like judging a fish by photos, because like you've got to look past the quality or the color of the photo and actually decide whether the fish is nice. Especially when you look at like some of the Thai photos, they blow up the contrast and that. Yeah, Craig, quality is not the future for cichlids, unfortunately. Hey look, there's Aquatics Aquarium logo. There's no electric blue on that, there's Dimmochromis, but electric yellow. Electric yellow is kind of like one of those fish that it's kind of like a margarita pizza. Like to anybody, most people. What's going on here? Finding Nemo just started playing on the TV somehow. Electric yellow is like one of these fish that most people just think they all look good, but like it's like a margarita pizza. The specialists, it's like the hardest fish to perfect. I really wish mine would breed more, hey? Mine look nicer than most of these, but they're not breeding for some reason. I think it's like the parents didn't breed very well, so then I grew out the fry, and then the fry aren't breeding well. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Everything else breeds like mad. I think it might just be male heavy. When the parents, I kept like 2 of the males from the parents and then grew out the younger ones, and so I think like it's still male dominant because I've thrown in the male parents in with the younger ones, and they've probably picked off the small females. There's a lot of crap here, eh? See, like, sort of saying about photos, like they're really nice electric yellows, but the photos a bit average, and like silver bottom See, like that fish there. Can't find a photo to refer to. That fish there is just as nice as that fish there. Oh no, where to go? But like that's a more... The colour's showing better just in the photo. I wonder if I got an electric yellow photo here. Yeah, look there. That's one of the parents of mine when they were quite young. That photo's pretty old now. I don't know. I can never figure out where my bloody photos are. There we go. Fish. Oh damn. I thought I had some electric yellow photos in here. But I don't. What's that guy? Oh, that's one of my old Code Blues. That's like the parents of the parents of the parents of my current Code Blue. It's kind of why I like. In the other day in the video, I said I kind of want to sell them, but I kind of don't. But the reason I don't want to sell them is because it's like 4th generation or something. No electric yellow photo, sorry guys. Well, there was one, but I was trying to find one when they were bigger. I think I've shown these on a live stream before, but I miss these guys. Marble Fenestratus. Most of you might not even know that I had these. Yellow Moshi Petrochromis. They're like a bucket list fish, and then that male killed the rest. I was devastated. Like a giant electric yellow kind of, isn't it? And I had, was it La Lupe? What's this one? I feel like that's one of my old electric yellows, like the fact that that's got limestone behind it, that might have been years ago. I had like 2 or 3 in a display tank. Oh no, that is that is my current line of electric yellow. That's in the when I had the Africans in the house, in the 5 foot where the goldfish are, I think. No, they're not taken with the phone. They're taken with my camera. Look at this photo. This isn't my fish. It was my friend's. But this is probably the nicest photo I've ever taken. Like, I've got that full screen and it's still crystal clear. It's the clearest It's my favourite photo. I used to go to town with the camera, guys. If you haven't seen before, I should get it back out, hey. Look at the tail. G-Snap, are you saying you found the controller but it's the wrong voltage for where you are? Yeah, so like the black behind the fish looks like a black background, but it's not. It's actually the camera. So like these photos are actually taken in the blue tanks, but the camera. This guy looks cool. It's like Nigropenis or something. Like you don't really see that blue in person, and then the camera really caught it. Okay, here's another photo of the marble Fenestratus. This one's my friend's giant gourami. It almost looks fake. So see how the rock's dark there? So this kind of shows how I get the black background. Because it's at the bottom, you can see the rocks and that. But like as the fish comes up higher, if you get them in the middle of the tank, right over the flash, it's black. So like a lot of these photos, look, this one you can see it too. See the rocks just there? That's the yellow Moshi Petrochromis when they were babies. Craig says he needs to get the camera out. It's so time consuming. So like what happens is these photos, when they've got like that grey haze and that, I generally try to edit it out and I blacken the background. It just makes it pop that little bit more, but it does take quite a lot of time. And like when I take photos, I'll shoot 100 pictures and only pick one. The other thing is flower horns don't look very good on the DSLR. Certain fish look good, certain don't. So like this is a red Moshi Petrochromis. His colour really didn't show through on the camera. Shit, I gotta go, guys. Stingray looks cool. Alright, I think on the Stingray we're gonna have to wrap that up, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't realise the time. I don't mean to rush off in a hurry. I hope you enjoyed the photos. Sorry, just reading the comments. Anyway guys, peace out.